What is up everyone, welcome to another tutorial, except this time it's actually going to be successful. As many of you may know, we have a mission on this channel to bring cheap full body tracking to the masses. And so many projects have spun up throughout the past year that will allow us to make this work. We've used the Connect before, we've used April trackers before. It's time we use your old phones, because using your old phones, in case you have some, is cheaper than buying full Vive trackers. We did this on livestream yesterday and we managed to do it successfully, so today I'm going to take you through exactly how to set up vSmart Tracker to use your older phones as full body tracking. Now, for this you will also require some form of SteamVR headset, so it will work with Virtual Desktop, Oculus Link, and it will work with any other SteamVR compatible headset that uses base stations or inside-out tracking. It will not work with the Oculus Quest standalone because it doesn't use SteamVR. Now, if you guys are using this for VR chat, you will require 3 phones. They can be both Android and iPhone. Yes, for once it actually works on the 2 platforms. You can get vSmart Tracker down below. It is a paid application. It's about €15, 2,000 Japanese yen, but it is a one-time payment and you can use the application on as many devices as you like. What the app does is it uses ARKit on iPhone, which means you do need an iPhone of 6S or up, and it uses AR Core on Android. So that means you can technically use older devices and fake AR Core on them using Magisk, but my devices tend to overheat when I do that, so I have 2 devices that support AR Core, my Xiaomi Mi 8 and my OnePlus 8 Pro, so those are the ones I'm going to be using for feet tracking. And then my third phone, I'm actually going to put a WoW track on and use it as hip tracking. Now, you can mix and match, which means you can actually have an iPhone 6S, for example, and 2 other Android phones working with each other, so that's pretty cool. And other than that, there's not much more to talk about. Now that we've got the requirements out of the way, let's jump straight into the tutorial. So when you first download your software, when you pay for it, it will be zipped up, so just unzip it, and this is the folder with the instructions and the APK file for your phone. So when you first buy the application, you're going to receive a folder with the tutorial and with everything you need to download. On an Android phone, installing the apps is actually extremely simple. Because you just get an APK file, you transfer it to your phone using your preferred method, or just download it straight onto your phone and click on it. It should ask you whether you want to install the app or give you a list of applications you can open it with. Select Package Installer in case that is the case, and install the app onto your phone. Once you have the app installed on your phone, that's the phone part done. You can open the app and leave it there for now. Unfortunately, I am unable to show you what the process would look like on an iPhone because I don't have an iPhone new enough. However, everything is detailed within the instructions that you get with your purchase. On your PC, you will be required to download an extra software called VMT. Now, VMT is what's going to position the trackers around the room using your phone's camera and your headset tracking. So first thing you want to do is you want to download VMT. There is going to be a link to VMT inside the tutorial that you get when you pay for the application. Now, when you download this, you will be required to extract a few things, so make sure you have 7-zip or WinRAR handy. If you're using WinRAR to extract the file, it's very simple. You just right-click on it and click Extract. Once you have everything extracted, you're good to go. Now, for everything to work correctly here, you should plug in your headset, so now would be a good time to do so. If you are using Virtual Desktop, simply connect your Quest to your computer using Virtual Desktop and make sure it's ready to start SteamVR. First thing you want to do is you want to fire up VMT Manager, and that is going to be in the folder you downloaded and extracted earlier. Double click on it, and then this little GUI is what you get. Here you want to click Install Driver, and it will prompt you to restart SteamVR. Once you have restarted SteamVR, you should notice that it now says that you have the driver installed. So once you have the driver installed, your headset connected, and VMT Manager on, you want to set the room matrix. Now that you have the room matrix set, that's all you need to do with VMT Manager. Just leave it on for now. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you download and install Java 64-bit, and the 64-bit is very, very important. Usually when you install Java, it's 32-bit, but here if you have Java 32-bit installed, the app will crash. So make sure you download Java 64-bit. That link is also inside the instruction manual that you get with the software. Now, going back to the folder that you originally got with the software when you paid for it, there's another zip file inside there. You want to extract that. That is the actual vSmart Tracker software. So opening up that folder that you just extracted, you want to go into bin and then double click on the bat file called vSmart Tracker. So here Windows will ask you whether you want to allow the app through your firewall. Here you need to click yes for both private and public, because if you don't do that, your phone will not be able to discover your computer. So now that you have vSmart Tracker open, you will see the following window. Now what I like to do here is I like to untick Calibrate on Start and then click the Start button. Once you've the Start button clicked, you want to go back to your phone app and click in the top right corner the little refresh button. Your PC should show up on your phone, select it, and it will then show up inside the computer. That's it, you're actually good to go. Now what I like to do here is I like to press the button I want to use for calibration on my controllers, because that button is going to show up within the command prompt. So you take that button number from the command prompt and you input it into the calibration ID window. Now this is very important because if you don't do this, your buttons might be mismatched. Then what you do is you put on your headset, put your tracker wherever you want it to be on your body. Now what's very important when you're mounting the phone, remember this does use the phone camera, so do not obstruct the phone camera. Put your controller next to that tracker. Inside the PC app, select the tracker you wish to have calibrated and click Calibration, and start pressing the Calibrate button multiple times as you move the phone and the tracker around. That will snap the phone into place with the controller, putting it right exactly where you want it. So it's very important that you put the controller in the same place as the phone as you're doing the tracking. Now, if you're for whatever reason unsatisfied with your calibration or you just want to redo it, it's very simple. Just select the phone again and once again select calibration. Then, once you see that the little cube inside Steam VR has successfully snapped into place where it should be in the real world, you can start connecting the next phone. The procedure here is the exact same as the previous phone. Launch the app on the phone, connect it to the PC and click Calibrate. Put the controller next to the phone, move it around a little bit while pressing the button until it snaps into place. Now, what I have found is very important here is that you need to assign your trackers, or else VR chat is going to have a little bit of problems. So once you see all your trackers show up in Steam VR, you want to right click on any one of them, click Manage Trackers, then click Manage Trackers again, and then start assigning the trackers to the correct parts of your body. So left leg, right leg, and hips. Okay. So now that you have the setup all done, when going into the Steam VR menu, you should see cubes floating around. These cubes are your trackers. If you see those, you're successful. So, let's try it out. So as you can see in this video, I decided to mount the phones inside my socks, literally just throw them in. But that is simply because I had no better mounting solution. In hindsight, that's not the best idea because ankles do not equal feet. But as you can see, the main purpose of the video still stands. The full body tracking here is absolutely amazing. It glitches out from time to time, but I explain that later on during the conclusion. It's simply because the phones kept exiting out of the app. But it works really, really damn well, and I did push the app to its limits. Don't worry, I ended up doing multiple tests, for example, standing on one leg and trying to balance like that. They got that no problem whatsoever. And of course, I did a few more challenging tests, for example, sitting down on my bed and standing back up again and seeing if the phones lose tracking, and they absolutely didn't. So that is absolutely amazing, the fact that you can do that nowadays with AR Core. Fantastic. And as you can probably tell, one of the phones on my feet decided to turn in a different direction, and that threw off the calibration completely. But that's all just mounting. As you can see, hip tracking, foot tracking, everything is working, no problem whatsoever. And as you can see here, I'm standing on one leg trying to balance. Again, no issue at all. Then I turn around full 360, because that's something the Kinect couldn't do, so I was very interested to see how these would handle it. They glitched out for a little bit, but then came right back and worked really damn well once again. So here I am, turned at about a 90 degrees angle, just to see how they handle that. I wanted to see how they handle all the different angles that the Kinect couldn't handle. And I must say, I'm quite impressed, because I did not expect it to work this well. And here I am, turned around, full 360 once again, just like absolutely in the completely opposite direction to see how AR Core would handle that. And again, it handled it no problem. And here's the ultimate test. Not only do I sit down, but I decide, you know what? Let's push it one step further. And I laid down on the bed. And once again, it handled that no issue at all. Now, you see the feet are a little bit off, but that is simply because of my mounting solution. Again, ankles do not equal feet. Check it out. Look how amazing this is. But do you know what is more amazing than this? The fact that it continued tracking while I stood up. It did not lose tracking while I was on the bed and while I was getting back off the bed. That is amazing. I did not expect that at all. And here I am sitting down for the final time, just chilling, just success, big success, very happy about it. And yeah, well, there you go. It works, and it works really, really well. Does it work better than a Kinect? hell yeah. I mean, the Kinect, for all I know, can't even see me turning around full 360. This thing handled me turning around full 360 no problem. But of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. What are the negatives? Because there are a few that would probably stop me from using this on a daily basis, but they won't. This will be my new full body tracking method for now until I get my Tundra trackers. And you may be asking yourself, why is that? Well, number one, you can turn around full 360. Number two, it's actually not a pain to set up. I just need to get proper mounts, because where I have them mounted right now are actually not my feet, as if you couldn't recognize. People have been having very interesting methods of mounting them to your feet, for example, sliding the phone in between the shoelace and things like that. It works so damn well, it could even track me laying down on my bed, and you saw that during the demonstration there. That is insane. It can track me sitting, it can track me laying down, it can track me jumping. It has everything. I mean, it's not missing anything, or is it? Now, there's a big flaw with the app currently. When the app goes to sleep, the trackers disconnect, meaning if your phone goes to sleep, the trackers disconnect. And that is a big problem on every phone, because believe it or not everyone has their phone on never go to sleep. But even if you do have your phone on never go to sleep, or use caffeine on Android, there's an issue of the phone clicking on random things when it's being moved around. For example, my phone yesterday during the live stream kept launching MatPat for us. So that is really my only flaw, because when the app exits, it decalibrates and you need to recalibrate all over again, and it's just a massive pain currently. But once the phones are calibrated and you are using a supported version of AR Core, it works incredibly well. So all I can say right now is, developer, please implement a way to lock the app when you're in it so that it doesn't click on anything. Just like lock the screen. I know it's possible. I know it is, but I don't know how to do it because I'm too stupid for that. So, do I recommend it? I mean, if you have phones laying around, like we said at the very beginning, if you're one of those people that keeps their older phones instead of throwing them away, hell yeah, it's €15. And if you get it working correctly, if you have a permanent mount for it, go for it. This will give you full body tracking, and once it's calibrated correctly, once again, you saw how well it works. And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I'm so happy that this was such a huge success. Once again, for hip tracking, I used a WO track because my third phone and AR Core don't like each other. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comment section below. If you guys are not yet part of our community and you would like to join, make sure to join our Discord down below. Make sure to join our Reddit. I would love to see how you guys get these things mounted, so please send pictures on our Discord. I want to see your creative ideas, or just let me know down in the comment section below, because you guys have very creative ideas. Of course, the link to VSmart Tracker, as always, will be down below. It's their Twitter thread. From there, you can purchase it and do whatever you want with it. And if you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300% and merch that doesn't put a huge ad on your body. And if you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack that subscribe button before I ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.